Hey, it's your lovely Lotus Blossom, and I'm going to give you a garden tour for this week. We're a few days late, but I still wanted to make sure that we document the garden. So here in the welcome garden, we have our 3 hydrangeas, and this hydrangea at the end still has not made any more flower heads, but we're hopeful. We also have the sunflower patch, which I've also put some more sunflowers in, and a really huge sunflower head. We have knockout roses, more knockout roses, another knockout rose, and another knockout rose, and an honorable mention to our Salvia. Also, when you head into the garden, we have a lantana bush. It doesn't have any blooms right now, but I'm hopeful that it will bloom again during the summer. Here on the ladder garden, we had a zinnia, but I don't think it's gonna make it. We also have some more bulbs, and I'm not sure which one these are. And it has a wayward volunteer basil plant. We also have ranunculus that are hiding inside here. We have some more bulbs, and then we have a delphinium, which is getting ready to bloom some more, and a lovely marigold plant. Then we have lots of plant babies as usual. Now onto the sky area. We have some sweet peas that still have no sweet peas on it. Next to it, we have a tomato plant, and this is the sunset tomato plant. It's indeterminate. And inside there is a basil and marigold. We also, on the other side here, we also have another sunset tomato plant with a basil and marigold. And going up, we have some begonias that have been holding their own in the sun. And we have a basil down at the bottom. And on the other side, I said that these were vining black-eyed Susans, but I believe these are morning glories here. Next to it on the platform, we have one of our cosmos forests. Next to it, we have some daisies and some more cosmos. Behind it, we have gladioluses. And here on the steps, we have chives, mint, and oregano. On this side, we have a beautiful geranium. Also, we have our Homer blueberry bush. Next to the geranium, we have morning glories, one that is about to open. Below that, we have 2 okra plants. And then here, next to the fountain, we have a vining mandavella. And you can see the progress of the vining mandavella. It is almost up to the top of this pole, which was my hope. And I'm very happy about that. On to pepper roll here. We have some bell peppers. These are red bell peppers, and they are super loaded with bell peppers. We also have some blonde bell peppers that still haven't started producing yet. And over here we have another blonde bell pepper and 2 hot banana peppers. Look at that baby banana pepper. And we have a jalapeno pepper here and one more jalapeno pepper plant. And also, as we come into the garden, we have some side pieces. And over here, we have a New Zealand spinach that's kind of struggling in this little bitty pot. So I might have to rethink how I plant these. We have to say hello to Budweiser. This is Budweiser and Deuce. Also above the Mandavella, we have a succulent inside of our lantern, and we have more plant babies. Onto the tomato trellis. On the left side of the tomato trellis, we have asparagus beans that are going up the trellis, and they're more than halfway across now at the top. And they are in full bean production now. We also have 2 large comfrey plants. Here's one and another, and a tiny baby that popped up. Yay! We also have a Stevia plant that is recovering from being harvested. And we have lots of asparagus beans inside. On the side here in the crate garden, we have 2 marigold plants and a basil. And also all the way at the bottom, which I always fail to mention, are more New Zealand spinach. On the outside of the trellis, we have 1 miniature red rose and 1 miniature pink rose. And in the front at the bottom, we have a sunflower, and on the other side, we have an okra. Inside, we have 6 tomato plants. And on the other side of the trellis, we have a salvia plant. We have lots of cucumber plants, Armenian cucumber and munchers. And you can see the Armenian cucumbers are in production now. Also inside of here, we have lots of New Zealand spinach and another Stevia plant. And onto some more side pieces. We have another pea plant, which is looking quite stunning, but still is not producing any peas. I think it's just too hot. It also has a volunteer basil plant, and I don't know what this plant is, but we're gonna let it grow and see what happens. Here we have our ginger forest, and we also have our strawberry forest here, and a vertical planter that also has strawberries. And here we have Cosmos forest here. We have lots of forest ecosystems in this garden. Aren't they beautiful? This is how the carrot patch is looking. And then onto the Eden trellis. There's not much going on in the Eden trellis just yet. Or is it? Inside we have the mustard greens, and I've actually harvested off of all of these plants. They're looking pretty good. And outside of the Eden trellis, we have an okra, volunteer basil, and another okra. And here on the outside, we have a salvia, and up top here we have some radishes. And below, we have some loofah plants. And this loofah is getting its tendrils. Yay! Onto the Jack and the Beanstalk patch. Down here in the bricks, we have our okra plants. And then we have lots of contender bush beans and also harvester bush bean plants. And behind that, we have our melon plants all planted in now. We have a Mandu Ross, sugar baby, and we have 2 Kajari plants. Up under the lily pad here, we also have our bunching onions. And even though I cut them down, they're going to seed. Now outside of the main garden, I have a few lemon plants. This lemon plant is Gerald, and Gerald is still looking kind of sparse, but he's bouncing back from the winter time. Here we have one of our moringa plants. It's very tall. And then we also have our dumb cane plant, which I call the generational plant. And here's another Meyer lemon plant, and this one is Geraldine. And Geraldine, she needs a lot of work. And here in the front, we have some more dumb cane plants growing. Sure what this flower is here. We have a geranium behind it that's looking pretty bad. And we also have some sage. And then we have some humongous aloe vera plants that really need to be repotted. They look terrible. I have to say, things are really going fast. Whenever I look back at my past week's tour and then look at the current week, what I'm seeing is amazing. I can't believe how fast everything is growing. And I can't believe how well I'm keeping my plants healthy. I have to say, in the past, I haven't always been good at that, but I've been hyper vigilant this year. So hopefully we'll be able to keep that up throughout the very hot Florida summer. So please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I would love to know your comments. How is your garden going? Are you keeping things healthy? And are you super vigilant just like I am? So with that, my garden tools, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for subscribing, and just thank you. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.